certificate of hundreds of meth labs and now rank as one of the states with the fewest. Mark believes we have to be tough on illegal immigration. Under Mark Shurtleff, Utah was the first state in the nation to uncover a widespread identity theft fraud scheme involving illegal aliens. As a result, Utah has prosecuted and deported over 200 illegal immigrants and has also taken a hard line against criminal aliens involved in gangs and drug dealing. On identity theft, Mark's office has developed the nation's first internet-based identity theft reporting and information system, setting the standard for the country in so many areas. Mark Shurtleff has worked diligently to protect Utah's children and families, because what could be more important? Ladies and gentlemen, Utah's Attorney General, Mark Shurtleff.
Allowing me the privilege of serving you. I've always believed in the gift of service. I believe in the spirit of service. And I believe in the power of the human heart that burns as we lose ourselves, making our society and our world a better place, and one that's more safe and enjoyable for all of us. I first experienced the joys of public service as an officer in the United States Navy. And it was an honor for me to raise my arm to the square, to serve my fellow citizens wherever I was sent. As a scoutmaster for 5 troops in 2 states, I'll tell you what, each week it just thrilled me to raise my arm to the square again and look those future leaders in the eyes and repeat with those boys, on my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God, my country. And when I was first elected as a Salt Lake County Commissioner, I wasn't surprised when those feelings came back as I worked hard with my fellow commissioners to organize and manage a county of nearly 1 million residents. But as a lawyer, I learned for the chance to directly be involved in enforcing and protecting the rule of law. And 8 years ago, you gave me that opportunity to serve you as your Attorney General, and I thank you sincerely for that opportunity. In protecting your families, I want to say how grateful I am for mine, here with me. You know, they miss out a lot. They miss their daddy. My sweet wife, Melissa, bears the burden in my absence, and my parents have taught me well. I'll just give you an example of this. 2 days ago, my father, Jim Shurtleff, turned 78. I was so busy flying down to St. George, I forgot. What kind of a son is that? So with your permission, we're not going to sing, but if you, when I count to 3, would you say happy birthday, Jim, to my dad? He taught me more than anybody about duty, honor, and country. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Would you thank the rest of my family, too? They give up a lot. I appreciate it. As Attorney General, we took it to Metcross. We took it from the top to the bottom. A 99% reduction, literally the number of meth labs in this state since I've been Attorney General. We aggressively taken it to pedophiles, online predators, child pornographers, over 300 in prison since I've been AG, 100% conviction rate, and we're not stopping. You know what? We also really bad people who, in the name of religion, were hurting and abusing young children. At the same time, we did that very carefully so that we did not violate people's individual constitutional and civil rights. We as a state, and the people are in better shape than they have been than when we started. I hope you feel that way. I really do. But we have our critics. You know, just the other day, a national leader from the other party criticized Utah. Not me. He criticized you. That we weren't tough enough on child right issues. The gross ignorance of that charge really kind of ticked me off because it was leveled at all of you, and not just you, but there's a man out here, a friend and colleague of mine, a Republican Washington County Attorney, Brock Belknap, who had the guts and the legal talent to put Warren Jess behind bars, possibly for the rest of his life. So I called everything out. I educated him a little bit. Jeff's lieutenants and Jeffs and all those who wanted to keep forcing young girls to marry older men, well, they wouldn't be in Texas if we hadn't driven them out of Utah. said, I want to kiss and make up. But can you believe Harry Reid from Nevada, where gambling and prostitution is legal, had the audacity to criticize Utah? Well, okay. He has pledged to do what I've asked him time to do, bring some federal resources into this battle. For that, I'm grateful. But you know what? I still feel energized to work even harder to combat the scourge of drug addiction, pornography, domestic violence. They're just absolutely eating away at the foundations of our homes and our communities and of our nation. I appreciate that every 4 years, I have to stand back up here, even though I don't have a Republican opponent. I'm not expecting your consent just because I have an R by my name. I seek your informed consent to continue to serve. We're in the game of protecting, and we're playing hard, and we're playing smart. We're in a worthy battle. We need to secure God-given rights, stem the tide of crime, to protect our children and our families, which, along with our faith and our freedom, are our greatest assets, our greatest blessings, our pinnacle responsibility. This office is privileged to serve and inspire me. It drives me to get up early, work long hours. And I'll tell you, it's an awesome way of your trust and my sworn oath. Keep me awake. Ask my wife. In quiet moments, it drives me to my knees, not in defeat, but frankly in humility and in recognition of the need for divine guidance, to walk humbly, to judge wisely, to act fairly. It's also driven me to do a few crazy things, like jump out of an airplane for Scotty for food, which turned out okay, and more recently to tackle a Harley, which didn't turn out so okay, but it will. It's my sincere hope and conclusion that in 4 years, Utah's families from now will, and our children, and the rights of Utahns will be more protected than ever before. That's my solemn pledge to you as I serve in this responsibility. I've stood face to face, arm in arm with law enforcement and others to leap into the abyss and to deal with the ugly so that you and your children won't have to. Sometimes you have to stand up to it. Let me share in closing one last anecdote. Some of you have heard it, but I love this. A few years ago, a high-priced lawyer from a major New York law firm representing Playboy International wrote me and threatened to sue me personally for information on my AG website that said it would be a crime to give a Playboy magazine to a 15-year-old. He argued with me, no court in America has ever ruled, I can just hear him talking like this, has ever ruled that a Playboy is harmful to minors. I fired up my reply, well, sir, if you are so sure of your vaunted legal opinion, I invite you to our fair state. Bring your filthy magazine and give it to a 15-year-old. I'll be there to arrest you, sir, and you can be the test case for the rest of the nation. Please, that this nation was founded on principles of righteousness that will prevail as long as good people like you love and teach your children what is right, stand up and step out for decency and goodness, seek the blessings of a divine creator, and serve each other with passion and with compassion. God bless you for your devotion.